Falcons fans, hold on to your seats. The team could be on the verge of a total comeback. Injured stars returning, game-changing lineups, and rumors swirling about coaching drama. This bye week might just change everything for Atlanta. And you do not want to miss what's coming next. Right now, Atlanta is buzzing with talk. The Falcons are in the spotlight, and fans are asking, who's coming back? Who can make a real difference? And could this bye week be the turning point for the team? Let's break it all down. First up, multiple players who were sidelined on injured reserve are finally eligible to return. That's right. After missing 4 games, guys like linebacker Troy Anderson, edge rusher Bejon Trice, defensive tackle Taquan Graham, and offensive lineman Storm Norton can start practicing again. The Falcons now have a 21-day window to see if these players are ready to rejoin the active roster. This is a big deal because it gives the team flexibility. They can test their readiness and decide who can make an immediate impact. Of all the names on this list, one player jumps off the page: Storm Norton. This guy is a true swing lineman. He can play guard, tackle, and anywhere the Falcons need him. And let's be real, the Falcons have felt his absence. Their offensive line has held up at times, especially in pass protection, but run blocking has been inconsistent. Storm Norton returning could change everything. In 2024, PFF gave him a run-blocking grade of 67.1, showing he can dominate in the trenches. If he steps onto the field now, he could immediately boost the run game and give the Dirty Birds a stronger foundation to attack defenses. The other players, Troy Anderson, Bejon Trice, Taquan Graham, will provide depth, but Storm Norton is the one who could make fans jump out of their seats. Imagine adding a versatile, impact player back to the lineup just as the season is hitting full speed. The Falcons might finally have the pieces to push their offense and defense to the next level. This bye week isn't just rest, it's an opportunity, a chance to return with fire, bring back key players, and start dominating the field again. Falcons fans, the question isn't if the team can get back on track. It's how explosive they could be once these guys hit the field. What do you think, Falcons fans? Who are you most excited to see back on the field? Storm Norton? Troy Anderson? Bejon Trice? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me who you think will make the biggest impact when the team returns from the bye. Alright, Falcons fans, let's break it down. Storm Norton coming back isn't just good news, it could be game-changing for the Dirty Birds. If you're not familiar with how these grades work, here's the deal. In run blocking, a grade above 62 or 63 is solid. Hit the 70s? That's really good. And if you're in the 80s or 90s, you're elite. So Norton's 67.1 grade last season isn't just decent, it's very strong, and it tells you he knows how to open holes and get the job done. Now, just because he's eligible doesn't mean he'll play against the Bills right away. But here's the key. Activating that 3-week practice window during the bye week gives the Falcons extra time to evaluate him, get him in rhythm, and test his readiness. That's why this bye week could be more critical than ever. Think of it like an 8.5 out of 10 in importance. Yes, I said it, an 8.5. I'm a big fan of early bye weeks because it gives the team time to rest, heal, and strategically plan for the second half of the season. Now, I want to hear from you. How important do you think this bye week is for the Falcons? Rate it 1 to 10 down in the comments. I'll be reading every answer because this is a big moment for the team. And of course, we have the Zach Robinson question, the one that's on everyone's mind. Is he leaving Atlanta for the Oklahoma State head coaching job? Is this a full-blown drama or just a rumor? I'd call it a mild simmer. Here's why. Raheem Morris addressed it in his press conference. And unlike most coaches who give a generic, "We are focused on the team" response, Morris gave a curious mix of honesty and praise. He said, "I don't know if he's been contacted by anybody from Oklahoma State, but we've heard the rumors maybe from Falcons today, and that's great for him. You want people to want our people. That's something that is awesome for him and his family." Notice that? He didn't shut it down. He didn't panic. He just acknowledged it. He gave credit to Robinson, respected the possibility, and showed he's supportive of his staff. That's a delicate balance. Fans want answers, But Morris is smart enough to stay calm while showing respect. The bigger picture here. Falcons fans, this bye week is about more than just rest. It's about preparing for impact players like Storm Norton, figuring out coaching stability, and building momentum. Every single decision now could shape how the second half of the season unfolds, and Atlanta's path to a playoff push could hinge on it. What do you think about Zach Robinson and this coaching rumor? And how big of a difference do you think Storm Norton could make once he's back on the field? Drop your opinions in the comments below. I want to see your ratings for the bye week, the players returning, and what you expect from the Falcons when they come back stronger than ever. Falcons fans, here's where things get interesting: the coaching drama. When your head coach starts talking publicly about your offensive coordinator possibly leaving, that's not just chatter, that's a signal. And if you know Raheem Morris like I do, he doesn't waste words. When he hints at these things, there's probably some truth behind it. Now, I know some fans are shaking their heads, saying, "Moose, you're crazy. Zach Robinson isn't going anywhere." But hear me out, this didn't come out of thin air. Multiple sources have pointed to Zach Robinson as a serious candidate for the Oklahoma State head coaching job. And if you're still skeptical, check this out. One major Vegas betting site actually has odds on the next Oklahoma State coach. Number 1, some guy from Texas State, 3-1 odds. Number 2, Zach Robinson, 4-1 odds. That's not smoke, that's numbers, people. And it makes sense. Robinson played quarterback at Oklahoma State under Mike Gundy, a legend who spent 20 years building the program. Robinson knows the system, the culture, the legacy. He's a natural candidate if they want someone who understands the history and can step in immediately. That said, I'm still not fully convinced he's the right fit for Atlanta. Yes, he had a solid game plan here and there, but too many weeks of inconsistency, too much predictability in play calling. I need to see week-to-week improvement, not just a one-off game. If by week 9, Robinson has the offense running like a well-oiled machine, then sure, I'll admit I was wrong. But until then, I'm still skeptical. Now, let's flip the script and end this on a high note. Let's talk Bejon Robinson. And yes, I think this guy might already be on the path to early MVP discussions. This isn't hype. The numbers are insane. Every morning, I dive deep on the Falcons' stats, trying to find patterns, trends, or breakout performances. And today, Bejon Robinson popped off the page. Right now, he's sitting 5th in the NFL in rushing yards. 5th. Out of every single running back in the league, he's already in the top 5. And if he can just find the end zone a few more times, this could turn into an MVP-level season. Atlanta fans, this is exactly the kind of player who can change games, ignite an offense, and make the Falcons a nightmare to defend. So here's the takeaway. While the offensive coordinator situation might be simmering on the back burner, Bejon Robinson is the real headline right now. If the Falcons want to stay competitive and make a run this season, it's going to take players like him stepping up every single week. Falcons fans, what do you think? Is Zach Robinson staying, or is he gone? And how high do you think Bejon Robinson can rise this season? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Rate your confidence in the Falcons' offense, and let's see who's ready to lead this team to victory. Falcons fans, listen up. Bejon Robinson isn't just having a good season. He's dominating the NFL right now. Through 4 weeks, he's racked up 584 scrimmage yards. That's first in the entire league. And when you look at scrimmage yards per game, 146 yards per game. First in the NFL. These numbers aren't just stats. They're proof that this guy is a game changer every time he touches the ball. But here's the thing. The MVP conversation doesn't just come from yards. It comes from finding the end zone. And that's where the Falcons have struggled this season. In 2025, Atlanta's red zone efficiency is abysmal. They're scoring touchdowns only 46.1% of the time when they reach the opponent's 20-yard line. That puts them 26th in the league. Less than half the time, they can turn opportunities into points. That's not nearly good enough if the Falcons want to win big games. Here's where Bejon comes in. If he can just punch it in 1, 2, 3 more times, it could completely flip the MVP race in his favor. His talent is undeniable. His production is elite. He's already moving the chains, breaking tackles, and changing the game. But the next step is finding the end zone consistently. Imagine this. If Bejon starts racking up red zone touchdowns, those MVP votes are going to start pouring in. He has everything it takes: strength, vision, speed, and heart. The only thing left? Turning opportunities into scores. If he does that, Atlanta fans, we could very well be watching the 2025 NFL MVP right in front of our eyes. Bejon Robinson has the chance to write his name in NFL history and take this Dirty Birds offense to a whole new level. And as we move into the Falcons bye week, this is the perfect time to recharge, reset, and make sure that Bejon Robinson is ready to continue his dominance when the team comes back. Falcons fans, how many touchdowns do you think Bejon can score by the end of the season? Do you see him as a legitimate MVP contender? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Rate your confidence in Bejon, and let's talk about how he can carry this team.